G'day, my name's Darryl Webb and today we're going to have a look at the Osprey Vault 75 litre hiking pack. We'll talk about specs, do some pros and cons, and maybe talk about what it suits and what it doesn't suit, where it does well and where it doesn't do well, and maybe a bit of a buyer's guide, see where I got it and maybe where you can get it, what type of prices. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so we'll start with its specs. It's pretty much made all over. Most of the pack is a 210 denier double diamond ripstop nylon, so a good combination of lightweight but actually still quite sturdy. The bottom of the pack and most of the accents I think are the same, is listed as a 600 denier polyester, so that's just for a bit of toughness. The pack weighs 2 kilos. It has adjustment from 17 inches to 22 inches, I believe. Okay, so that's pretty much most of the specs. We'll go over some of the features it has now. So it's got a lid with a zip pocket. It also has a pocket underneath, a mesh one. It has that nice adjustability that I spoke of, that goes from 17 inches to 22 inches. 3.5mm wire frame. A bit of an air mesh style back. It's probably not as good as the anti-gravity one that holds it off your back, but it's better than nothing. It's definitely got some ripples underneath there, lets a bit of air through. It's got 2 water pockets, water bottles, tool type things, whatever you want. Some daisy chains, a big stretchy sort of hybrid pockets, hard in the middle with stretchiness on the sides. It's got a couple of tool loops. You can also put your trekking poles through there, or I think they list them as ice axes. I found a normal hatchet or whatever goes in there nicely and straps up. It's got a zippered bottom, segmented compartment that you can remove. Sleeping bag compartment zippered. It's got some little straps that are removable as well, but these are for if you want to strap on some your sleeping mat or something like that. It's got compression straps, obviously. As I said, the 2 big water pockets. It's got pockets on the hip belt, and it's got a sort of stow and go style system for your trekking poles, where you sort of slide your trekking poles through there and through there on the angle, and that's about it. There's a H2O port, comes out here, so it is water. It's got a compatible water compartment inside for a bladder. The lid is a floating lid. You could actually remove it if you wanted to. There is no sort of cover to go over that, so but it's all on straps, so you can stack it up high and put ropes underneath or whatever. And there's that extra mesh pocket inside with a important things type hook. So it's top loading. Has another little compression strap here. It's got quite a large opening, so you can get everything in there nice and easy. As I said, there is a water bladder compartment in there. On the very bottom of the pack, there is a built-in, you can see that there, a built-in rain cover that you can pull out, and it's just a big bright green rain cover that goes over the whole pack. Handy to have. Alright, let's start talking about some of the other features it's got that I've sort of found that are good, but maybe didn't actually work out that well for me. Okay, so I'll go with these water bottle pockets for a minute. And it's got these beautiful big water bottle pockets, and it's got these compression straps. The thing I found is the compression straps go over top of the water bottle pockets. So if you strap it up with no water bottle pockets in it, you can't get your water bottle pocket in. And if you strap it up with it out, you're sort of crushing the water bottle. I don't know, it's strange why they didn't just run the actual straps through underneath the pocket. The other thing that's a bit strange too, I'm not sure all packs do this, well I didn't know the ones I've ever had do, but that compression strap goes and actually hooks onto the pocket, so if you sort of pull it really tight, you're pulling your waist belt open too, which I sort of thought was a bit strange. And you can see right now I've packed it with the water bottles in, so there's a bit of room, but for a fatter bottle this is pretty slim. So you can load this from the front, which sort of ends up digging in here, or the top, but they've made it really tight. Like it's a great idea, then they just seem to have executed it not that good, which was a bit of a shame. Don't get me wrong, I've been using them and it has worked, but just would have been nice if they go to trouble making these stretchy pockets. If you've got a bit of a thicker bottle, or you sort of really packed your packing before you've loaded water bottles in, it's bloody near impossible to get the water bottles in, which is a bit of a shame. Other cons that I've sort of seen, that I've noticed, well, this one's actually a bit of a pro and a bit of a con, but because the hip belt's so adjustable, when you adjust it right the way out, I'm pretty round around the waist, so I end up with the hip belt pockets are quite far back. They're a little bit small, but yeah, they get enough for what you actually meant. You know, you can carry your phone in there and some knickknacks, maybe some snacks and things like that in there. If you were hunting out of this pack or whatever, you know, you can carry some extra rounds or something there. Just trying to think of some other negatives I've sort of come across. That's about it. It's pretty mild on the negatives. I'll go back to the specs again, because this one's sort of a bit of a negative. So when you look at the specs for this, it shows up to 23 kilos, 50 pounds or something like that. I've carried this up to with 25 kilos into it, and I started to feel like the hip belts weren't up to the task of carrying all the weight at 25 kilos. If you're back to 20 kilos, it does it really well. It carries it easy. 20 kilos all day, no worries. It's the ride, the carry, it's fantastic. So with all the extra adjustability, I guess there's a bit of a con there, because you've sort of lost maybe some weight carrying ability by having the waist strap so adjustable. The shoulder strap system, it's just attached by Velcro. Goes all the way down there. You pull it apart. It's quite hard, but you sort of get the idea, and you can run it above this or below this green strap. And then when you it's got these marks on it, so you've got, as I said, 5 inches of adjustability, and that's a big pro, because between the adjustability of the waist strap and the adjustability of the back, you've got just about 99% of people covered. So that's a big pro for it. It's even got they've even made it, you know, so if you're at the shorter back heights, it's got some extra buckles in there to do at your lower heights, just to get your load lifters at the right angle. More pros. Let's get into some of the pros. Okay, so it's 75 litres, it's got a lot of room. It's not the greatest for the heaviest weight karting, but up to 20 kilos carries fantastic. Huge amounts of adjustability. The warranty on these guys, I'm not sure how it works in Australia, but in America they pretty much got it says any pack, any era, whatever, no questions asked. They'll repair it or replace it with something more modern. So it's made to be hard wearing. All the straps and things like that they're edgeless, and so there's no rubbing. It's just high quality in that way. Built-in whistle. They've all got that these days, haven't they? Okay, now we've sort of gone over most of the pros and cons. You can see that it's a well sort of thought out pack, and it's got a lot of features for the dollars. So we'll talk about quickly who this is sort of for. I wouldn't say this pack's for an ultralight hiker. For starters, the pack weighs 2 kilos. They probably want something that weighs half a kilo. This is for someone that's carrying a bit more weight, who needs a bit more room. Now, if you're looking for something to carry an expedition weight and you need to carry 30 kilos, even at 25 kilos, it's too much. This is not the pack for you. This is a pack for someone who sort of has bulky gear, but it's also been smart enough to buy most of it lightweight. So if you're a lightweight hiker, or a hunter, or a camper, you know, a hunter saying you need to be able to carry some lightweight camping gear and also be able to maybe cart some meat back out with you, this is a good sort of choice. And 75 litres is a good size. Some people may need more, but for the average Joe, 75 litres is a pretty big pack. So you've got lots of extra attachment points all over the thing. You can cut stuff all over with it, but it's not great for real heavy loads. So if you're someone who's thoughtful about their gear but needs a fair bit of room, then this is a good choice. Okay, there's a bit of a buyer's guide for these guys, where to find them and how they're going to work out for you. I've sort of found these guys in a few spots on the internet. I actually had a bit of trouble when I wanted to get one. Couldn't find one local in Australia. There was plenty of this comes in a 60 litre pack as well, which is very popular. And the 75 was just a little bit harder for me to find. But I did find it in a hiking store in Melbourne. I can't think of the name of it, but I bought it on their online store. I'll put a link in that in the description, but I'll have a quick look around and see if I can find anywhere it's got a sort of good price and they can get it to you. So if it's something you're interested in. Anyway, on that note, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sort of helps the channel out. And if you like more stuff like this, hiking, camping, fishing, maybe some hunting one day too, then hit the subscribe button. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.